citizen to see you, Mr. Mayor.
Citizen? They're not allowed in here. This is public property.
Power does what it wants. Power does what it wants. Power does what it wants.
Hey guys, Rogue Nation here with you today, and we've got a crazy story coming to you from Colorado, from Bourbon Poison. He's got a little under 500 subscribers, but this video has 25,000 views, and good reason for it. There's going to be his link in the description, along with a timeline of events. And it seems this gentleman was arrested for nothing, spent part of his Thanksgiving Day last year in jail because of a mix-up in the system. But it just goes to show, again, I don't need to show you, everyone watching this, because we already know how this system can just totally ruin someone's life all over, and anyone is held accountable. So this guy talks to this cop like he's a boss, and definitely gives him some good advice when he says that he should have just sent out his lawyer with a check, because this could definitely get expensive. So check out the video, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Go on over to Bourbon Poison, let him know that we're behind him, we support him 100%, and we hope that he does find justice for this grievance that he has for this unlawful arrest. Alright guys, thanks again, and we'll see you soon.
This is not what you told me.
I'm not sure what you're...
The warrant says that it's for charges of trespassing at the Frisco Transfer Center. So do you have anything in this building that charges me with that offense? Because I've never had that conversation with one of your officers.
Let me look into
I
it.
have not been charged with that.
Okay, let me look into it. Give me a couple minutes. Max, so don't have any good answers for you. All right, so this is from the courts. This has.
So you should have a check from me. If you were smart, you'd send your lawyer out here with $10,000 right now to head off a bigger lawsuit.
Give you that back. So you have a court date. If you want to come contest that that was not the original charge, take it up with the courts.
No, that was a fictitious warrant, and what this subpoena to appear says is that I'm being ordered to appear not as a defendant, but as a witness for the plaintiff. So that says that you arrested me in order to compel me to be a witness against myself.
That's a subpoena to Sergeant Robinson. This is a letter for you this is the incorrect paperwork that the jail gave you. We don't have
So
any.
incorrect paperwork from the jail,
Yes.
incorrect paperwork from the court, and nobody can. Is there no legal requirement for a timeline of when you have to inform somebody of charges after putting them in a jail cell?
You were informed before, so when you were arrested?
No.
When you were arrested, they told you you were arrested for what?
For failure to appear.
So that's what you were stuck in the jail cell
For charges of trespassing at the Frisco Transfer Center?
Okay, now, that's something you
That's
have-
what the warrant says.
That is-
This is what authorized them to arrest me.
Okay,
So where are the charges for trespassing at the Frisco Transfer Center? Where is that document?
I don't believe there is one, I believe this.
Exactly. So that's a fictitious warrant.
Okay, you have to take that up with the courts, I have no control over the courts. The police department has no control over the courts. Okay, and that's where you can take that up with the court date that I gave you.
The
and then
police department has control over Sergeant Robinson telling the courts that I was charged with trespassing at the Frisco Transfer Center when that charge did not exist.
Okay, I was not in court on that day. I do know that it references a citation number right there at the top corner. All right?
I see a warrant number, I don't see a citation number.
Okay, you are correct. It is a
Yeah,
warrant
you are,
number.
yes, I am correct. There is no citation attached to this warrant. There is just a reference to a charge that does not exist.
That is 5463, correct? So this is 5463, and it says parking. There is no trespassing on here, so that's an error on the court side. If you want to address that with the court, that court date that I gave you would be the day to do that.
Last time you guys told me that I had a court date, I showed up and there was no court date.
And you're referring to the paperwork for the jail, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. So this is, that paperwork that I gave you with the court date is from Frisco for a Frisco court date, so there's no miscommunication. I'll give you that back.
And so who goes to jail for missing the court date that I had?
This is what court date that you had.
December 6th, 8:30 a.m., Frisco.
That was not a court date.
It's not what it says in my police documents.
And that was an error on the jail deputy staff.
And so the jail deputy staff is who spends the night in jail over that?
They don't,
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. That would be silly, wouldn't it, for somebody to spend a night in jail over
you
a
didn't,
simple mistake that led to a court date not being held up? Right? That wouldn't be reasonable.
so typos happen. We all are people, right?
And people get arrested when they don't meet their commitments to a court date, right?
Okay, and if somebody gives you an improper court date, then you.
Right. Well, somebody gave me a court date, the government gave me a court date, and I showed up, and somebody else didn't.
Yeah, 'cause there was
And
no-
that same government is telling me that the same law applies to everybody and that you go to jail when you miss that court date. So who goes to jail?
Talk to your lawyer about that.
And this isn't something that you just do to homeless people to run them out of town. And yet, see, we accidentally confused you with trespassing at the Frisco Transfer Center, which I've never done, never been accused for. I don't hang out there.
Sounds like a fair
Oh,
argument.
they just mixed me up with some other homeless person and accidentally stuck me in a jail cell for it.
Sounds like a fair argument for your lawyer to make.
Sounds like a criminal organization that you work for.